Oh, something very interesting has popped up. I don't know if anybody saw what I posted. Article from Gateway Pundit that I posted, I think, via Revolver on YouTube. Is now we found out that Barack Obama, this was something that actually was reported and known. It's just that the next part of it apparently was top secret squirrel. So Obama had been alerted prior to the election of Donald J. Trump that there could be shenanigans and that the election system was open for being hacked. Remember this? Remember how the election system could be hacked. So it was then made into, or was placed in the whole thing of critical infrastructure. So the Department of Homeland Security, it came under the purview of the Department of Homeland Security to make sure that the election system could not be tampered with. So what this means is that by the time you get to the present appointment of Biden, that what this means is that the Department of Homeland Security was perfectly aware of all the shenanigans going on. They actually have something that's constantly reporting back to them, possibly from every single local polling area, constantly. There were rumors of this. Remember? There were rumors that Trump had all of this information and that it was literally like that he has it. Now, what this really shows is because enough of this actually made it out into the public, but mostly via stuff like X22 Report and all these people who got banned off of YouTube, this is now showing how, okay, we have now surveys showing people who are Democrats and people who are left of center are fundamentally violent people who have now a kind of a philosophy that, or a political party that justifies their violent way of being, and that they're more willing than the right to use violence to achieve their goals, and that the left has been like this for over 100 years, and that they just basically, whenever they look like shit, they say that, oh no, that wasn't real leftism, those guys weren't left, so now this is the idea of, oh, well, no, there would never be a widespread effort among Democrats to just commit treason. That's what they will have to claim. Oh, we would never do something like that, because that would be like treasonous. It would go against the foundations of the constitutional republic. Well, of course it would, because the Democratic Party doesn't believe in the constitutional republic. They just don't believe in it at all. Like they totally think there should be a new constitution and they alone should write it. And that anybody who disagrees with them should be coerced or have their rights taken away, their right to vote taken away, their right to participate taken away. They've shown this openly that they think this, and they say it. All these various Democrats and progressives say this when they get the opportunity, especially CNN and MSNBC, that really are the mouthpieces of the party, trying to float that as a centrist idea, while you have people like the Young Turks, who are these, outlandish, the true extreme, where it's like people who are really legitimately kind of dummies. That's why they're on the extreme of it. But this is, I'm going to give this about 72 hours, see where this goes, because this is one that the GOP has to jump on. This is it. This is everything they're waiting for. And now we're also seeing how the GOP, the party itself, is totally trying to thwart the MAGA movement, the America First effort, everything. That they're just spoilers. That now we're seeing Ronna McDaniel and all of them are just spoilers, and so it'll be interesting to see, especially how this information grabs everybody by the short and curlies. Um, yeah, and because then this also implicates all the platforms. It implicates the Department of Homeland Security. It implicates the Postal Service, and absolutely implicates the NSA, and a number of elements of the security and information and intelligence apparatus of the country. There's just a whole lot of traitors in Washington, D.C. They're traitors. They they betrayed us, and we should completely defund them. There's not really any good arguments anymore otherwise, outside of, well, if you defund them, they will use their shady networks to hurt all of us. That's it. That's the only thing now that it can be said. Oh, well, no, they'll still hurt everybody. They'll still figure out a way of betraying the country and hurt citizens so that they can maintain power that they never earned and don't deserve. And so now there's nothing that the GOP and any of these people who are like, oh, Matt Gaetz is so outrageous, Matt Gaetz is so crazy, oh, he's so crazy, who is Matt Gaetz, oh, is he crazy? And so that's it. It's and the idea that we're not impeaching Biden, that this is this thing being slow walked. McCarthy is showing that he has to go. He doesn't get it. McCarthy, he's done only enough that he's just causing problems. Now it's just problems. It's like no. We need to start getting, these people have to get fired. Now you have to start coming up with legislation so you could get rid of whole departments of the fucking government, because obviously there's a lot of these people who are fucking traitors, and everyone's, oh, you can't just go saying that about people, and it's like, well, yeah, we're gonna, and that's really what you do have to do. You actually do have to start just flat out insulting people. Walk in the room and just start slapping hose. That's what the Republicans have to start understanding. You walk in and you just start slapping the hose around.